Hello and welcome in. I understand you're here today for a navy suit for war. Perfect. It is one of our specialties, and I would be thrilled to help you out with that. We will be able to set you up with both the more formal option and the more casual option. The formal option, the casual option. Good for important events and key leadership moments. More for hanging around the base, but we'll do everything to get you set up with the more formal option and the more casual option. The formal suit we will do completely tailored to you. These best to stick with the standard sizes, but we'll ensure we get you the best fitting choice for the BDU. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. In addition to the suit, we'll get a shirt for you, and we work with a number of different craftsmen who can help with things like shoes to go with your navy suit for war. So I'll help you out with everything to make sure you're fully outfitted for your martial needs. Alright, to begin with, we're going to take a number of measurements for the jacket. We'll discuss some of the details of the jacket. Then we'll move on to the pants and some of the accessories. So with the jacket, it's a formal navy coat, dark navy fabric. It has gold buttons with an eagle motif. We have a peaked lapel on the jacket, and you'll notice it is cut short for its formal application. Have 3 buttons on each side of the jacket, and then to hold it closed we have a fine gold chain which will link the 2 sides of the jacket to hold it closed. Of course, has the rank indication on the sleeve of the jacket. We will hand stitch all of the braiding, no ironed on decals here, all done with a hand tailored touch, so you will look impeccable. In the rear of the jacket, we have the seams curving down here, the short cut of the coat. So what I'm going to do is take a number of measurements to ensure that when we produce your version of the jacket, it will be perfectly fitted for your body, so you can look your absolute best. This is a beautiful jacket. Of course, the dark fabric is wonderful, even better than red, for hiding any sort of blood stains that may occur when you're out on the battlefield. I know that you are a true leader, not a administrator hiding in the rear or some craven CEO who takes massive pay packages for the creative efforts of those below him who make hundreds of times less. No, you are someone who leads from the front, leading troops into battle the way it should be. And as such, you'll be targeted as an officer. So the dark fabric will help hide any unpleasant fluids that might startle your men, and you can have a very glorious and noble end. So, beautiful jacket, a wonderful dark fabric, and we will get it made so you look as perfect as possible. It's a wonderful calling. And how long have you been in? Gotcha. That's amazing. Well, congratulations to you. Now I'm going to take a variety of measurements. Measure the arm length. We'll go crown to cuff. We're going to measure around the chest and then around the waist of the jacket. That will help us determine the drop, which is the difference between the chest measurement and the waist measurement. I will measure around the neck very gently. No need for those survival instincts or training to kick in. I'm on your side here. And then I'm going to flip this around. We also want to measure each individual shoulder. We'll craft the jacket so it fits to your measurements, and not everyone is perfectly symmetrical. You might be, I am, but not everyone. So we tailor accordingly. So measure all the way across the shoulders. Measure the length of the back. I can do the rear of the jacket. So I'm going to go ahead and start measuring you. First, I'm just going to go around the chest, okay? Pass this around behind. Okay, there we go. Let me make a note of that. Okay. Similarly, going to go around your waist. Get a waist measurement here. Perfect. It's clear you're in fighting shape. Very trim. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and measure around the arms. We can prepare the sleeves, make sure they accommodate the musculature. Let's do the upper arm here. And then I'm going to do around your wrist as well. Okay. And let's do same on the other arm, again counting for any differences. Usually dominant arm tends to be a bit bulkier, without a lot of effort. And then the wrist, again, get a wrist measurement here. Perfect. Alright, and now I'm going to measure the sleeve length. Start here at the bone of the shoulder and be going down to your wrist. Let's go ahead and measure measure your left side here, going around the line of the elbow here. Just relax. Very good. And let's do the same on the right side here. Again, gonna go down from the shoulder along the length of the arm to the wrist. Get your measurement there. Perfect. And we'll be able to use these measurements to craft your shirt as well. So getting double duty on the work here. And let's go ahead and go around the neck. Just gonna come behind you here and wrap the tape around your neck. Nothing to worry about here. No big deal at all. Okay, got the neck measurement. Okay. Right, and then I'm gonna need to do the shoulder measurements. So would you go ahead and turn around for me? Perfect. That'll let me get across the shoulders here, kind of over the point of the neck there, where the jacket will actually drape. Okay. And then I'm gonna do shoulder here on this side. Okay, and then on the other side as well. Alright, very good. Got one more measurement behind you there. Okay, so this one I'm going to go straight down the spine here. There we go. All right. Okay. Looking good. That gives us key measurements we'll need to build out the structure of the jacket and make sure it's fitted exactly to your body. Okay. And then let me grab the pants here. Alright, so we have the pants for this formal suit. These a pleated front pant. They're in a matching dark navy fabric. Again, perfect for hiding any externalization of body fluids that may occur. Maintain your dignity in the face of trying circumstances. We provide this little touch in here, just a little braided gold detail inside the waistline, evocative of nautical ropes. So neat little detail there. These do have a clasp in front and a zip fly, helpful for certain circumstances you might be in the field. To have pockets in the rear, and they are provided with front pockets as well. Grab my measuring tape here. So I will do a waist measurement for for you. Then we'll go down from the waist all the way down to the cuff of the pant to get the overall length that we're working with, as well as the inseam measurement, which will go from the groin down to the cuff. We'll also measure the rise of the pants. This is basically from the inseam up to the waist. We'll do that front and rear, and then with that we'll be able to get the total rise, which is the measurement from waistband to waistband through the groin. And then the last measurement, we do try to get a measurement of the seat. This is the widest part of the pants, so we want to accommodate that. No, I'm not making any statements about your physical form. It's just a part of the architecture of a well-made pant. I want to make sure it fits you properly. So I'm going to go ahead and take those measurements now. Put the pants back here on the hanger with the jacket. This is going to be a very beautiful look, of course, defined by regulations as well, but you are going to look absolutely ship-shape at any formal war-related function. Okay, so I'm going to start with your waist measurement. Just go around here, and let's get that. Okay. I'm going to go around again, this time to capture the seat. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to measure each leg now. We'll start with the outside, so I'm going to go down from the hip to the ankle here. Let's do the left side. There we go. And let's do the right side. Okay. And we'll go ahead with the inseam now. Excuse me here. And get the other side. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and measure rise. We'll do the front rise. No, I did not name that. And we'll do the rear. There we go. So the rise is really going to determine how high the waist of the pant, the top where your belt is going to run, how high that sits on your body. Low rise, it would sit much lower on the hips. High, it would be coming up into the abdomen area. we're going to target kind of a nice, comfortable position, not too far in either direction, unless you have some strong preferences there. Yeah, I think this will be the best option for this type of suit. And then I'm going to go ahead and measure the ankle. Let me just make sure that we have a proper circumference for the pant leg. Alright, so I'm going to get this measurement of the ankle. And now, if you'll go ahead and lift your foot, we just want to make sure that it would go through that measurement. And we'll do the other side. Looks like it's the same. And does that work with putting your foot through? Okay, brilliant. Okay, perfect. Okay, very good. So with these measurements now, we'll be able to craft the pants as well as the jacket in a way that's going to fit your body perfectly. As I mentioned, with these measurements, we'll be able to craft the formal shirt, these small collar points, a decorative panel in front, and will be done in a crisp, formal white. This example shirt has buttons on it, but I will prepare yours with studs as part of the uniform regulation. And we can provide studs as well if needed. Okay, perfect. So we will get that shirt tailored as well. Be the best fitting shirt you've ever had. It's hard to go back, honestly. Okay. And then there's a couple elements that finish out the look. There'll be a white waistcoat, basically a vest that will go under the jacket. So I will have that prepared for you as well. And with the formal jacket, it will be white tie. So we'll do a bow tie and a beautiful, crisp, white silk. So you can finish out the outfit. Alright, so that enables us to build out the perfect formal navy suit for war. Let's go ahead and take a look at our more casual option. We have this battle dress uniform in a navy digital camouflage. You know, in my day, we just wore buckskin in pretty much any environment. It was wonderfully adaptive to a variety of terrains and was all we needed. But having to deal with all these fancy electronic sighting devices and thermal and night vision, seems challenging. So the blouse here is in that navy digital camo pixelation to help deal with those pesky sensors. As I mentioned, this comes in standard sizes, not particularly cool to highly tailor the BDU jacket. So based on your measurements, I will identify the exact sizing which will be most appropriate for you. And while it won't be a custom tailored shirt, it'll still feel pretty amazing in terms of fit. Very stylish, which is always the most important thing about any uniform. You'll note the U.S. Navy embroidery. We have the ship and eagle patch there. It is a button front jacket with front flaps that help protect those buttons as you engage in vigorous activity. There are the two flap front pockets with button closure on the front of this. Show you those buttons on the front of this jacket. It is a durable ripstop material. Button cuffs for adjusting the sizing of the wrist cuff. There are additional sleeve pockets, one on each upper sleeve, handy for those smaller items that you might be transporting. So that is your navy digital camouflage BDU blouse, and we will deliver this along with your more formal suit. Okay? So let's talk a little bit more about some of the accessories for this. As I mentioned, we work with a number of extremely skilled craftspeople to produce other elements. We focus on the tailoring, the suits, and the shirts. But for things like shoes and other items, the studs, things like that, we have people we partner with. So I can get everything set up with them as needed. Yeah, well, we try to offer the best service that we can. So in terms of shoes, for the formal suit, a beautiful patent leather Oxford is appropriate. Very shiny, extremely sleek and elegant looking. These polish up to a beautiful shine. You can look your absolute best. Lace up with leather laces. Nice, well-crafted leather sole on the shoe. So would you like us to go ahead and get a pair of these for you as well? Fantastic, okay. Go ahead and make a note of that. Alright. And then for the more casual option, we also have a boot offering for that. This classic jungle boot is a time-tested design, leather lower, a steel toe for protection, nylon upper, these laces, these quick lace eyelets, an extremely heavy duty and durable rubber sole. It's going to wear well in a variety of different environments. These obviously can handle the jungle, the desert, rocky terrain. Is a great option. And with the need, particularly in the modern battlefield, to dominate the littoral battle space, you're probably going to be spending a fair amount of time in the surf, on beaches, coming ashore. And so these metal drains were designed for use in the jungle, equally applicable for draining that seawater out of the boot. So highly functional, extremely durable, and not going to let you down. And again, we can help you get the size that is going to be just the right one for your body, and will wear well with the challenging environments that you might be in. Yeah? Okay. And what do you typically wear? Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. Couple other things here. Going out into the field, having a watch can be extremely important, obviously, for the timing of operations. So I have a terrific option here. This is actually a very simple and extremely cost-effective watch. The Casio MRW200H. Here with a highly visible white face. It does have a date indication in there. And then it does have a friction bezel that you can rotate as desired if you need to track a particular timing, and a durable resin strap. These are sturdy enough to go into space at only about $25. It's a great choice for a durable watch to match up, particularly with something like this crisp blue BDU, highly functional, and, as I mentioned, the most important element, fashionable. Yeah? You're welcome to have a look there. Yeah, they're absolutely wonderful watches, and the great thing is, if it gets damaged, no big deal. Very low cost to replace. There also are a variety of dial styles with different colors that, can be customized. That can match up to how you might prefer, but that white dial, it really is wonderfully visible. Okay. Well, everything is looking really good here. You're going to be outfitted impeccably. Just one last question for you then. Are you happy with your cutlass? So we know an amazing bladesmith who makes these absolutely beautiful navy cutlasses. These incredible tall ship engravings on the cup hilt here. The beautifully balanced blade, high quality steel. This is a truly impressive piece. Okay, you're happy with the one you have? Very, very well. That being the case, then I think we're done here. If you ever find that you do want to get a nice new cutlass, you know where we are. Or if something happens, maritime operations, boarding other ships, all kinds of stuff can happen to to a sword. So definitely check back in if you have a need. But no, I think I have everything that I need, so we can make you a beautiful navy suit for war, give you that more casual camouflage option, and we'll have the shoes and watch ready for you as well. Okay, so I will be back in touch with you soon so you can come in for your final fitting of your navy suit for war. All right, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.